Om Shanti, everyone, and very welcome to today's very unique session. Just to remind you, the name of this session is Desert Island Discs. And I'm sure you've never heard of such a session in Madhuban. Has anyone been to a Desert Island Discs before? No. So today's session is going to be an interview with Sudha Ben. You know Sudha Ben? Yeah. Sudha Ben is one of the main instruments who has created a wonderful family for Baba in Russia. And even though Russia came into the picture quite later in the Yagya's history, we're all aware that the Russian group is usually one of the largest groups that come to Madhuban every season. And so it's really wonderful to have you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Sister Sudha was very specially picked to be the person to be interviewed today for a number of reasons. One of them was because we're hoping that she might sing for us. But you have to encourage her, okay? So when you clap and you say, "Come on, Sudha Ben," then the chances are she might.
Okay.
Well, that's a great start. So today we're going to imagine that Sudha Ben has been deserted on an island. She was on a boat, the boat collapsed, and Sudha Ben was left all alone on an island. And before she left the boat, the only 6 bits of information or 6 things she could take with her were 6 CDs of her favorite songs. So she didn't choose food, she didn't choose Baba's picture, she took 6 songs to keep her alive until she was rescued. And I'm going to ask Sudha Ben why she picked these songs, what they are, and how they're going to help her to survive. So Sudha Ben, what would be your favorite song that will be your backbone, your inspiration to stay on this island?
So thank you very much, Sona Ben. And thanks to all of you that you have come to this session. So let's see, I am also wondering what will come out of this session. As far as this experience of being deserted, I can say that when I first, almost 25 years ago, went to Russia, there was sometimes this kind of an experience to be in a snowy desert, to be all alone, and there was class of course there was class in the morning and then in the evening, but what to do the whole day? It's a big day. And so it was just like that feeling, that you are in a snowy desert. But that Baba has told us that you are the creator of your destiny. It is you who choose to create. Whether you create the destiny of happiness, joy, or you create the destiny of sadness and depression or whatever. I chose to create the destiny of happiness. And therefore, because since my childhood I was fond of songs, my spiritual journey began with songs. And so I used to do 2 things. One, I used to write and rewrite the course, the preliminary course, the basic course, the method which I will have to adopt in Russia to give people of Russia understanding of Baba's knowledge, because it could not be the same way as in Bharat. So I used to write and rewrite and again. But when I got a little tired, then I just used to play the songs and dance. That's all. So alone, so that I didn't feel that I am lonely and there is nobody with me. And so I would like that, that song which I used to play during those days is not with me now, but it is almost the same kind with the beautiful music and so on. So let's listen. Let's come on. Come on.
मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है, वो मेरा बाबा है,
So for those who don't understand Hindi, simple words, he is my Baba, wo mera Baba hai. Yeah, and that was Sudha Ben's backbone song that kept her alive all those years in Russia, the early time. But Sudha Ben, you know, that's fine, you have your Baba with you.
Yeah.
But then there are times when you feel lonely, you know, like I'm very much a family person. And if I'm alone, I feel like, oh, I miss the company of my Brahmin family. So then what would you do if you're alone on this island and you want to talk to someone? Then what?
You know, the same thing, you know, that if I recall my those days of beginning in Russia, there was a couple of rather more such incidents when I, who could be scared, you know, scared of the situations. And one of the situation was such that one person came at the place where we were living and at 12 o'clock in the night and tried to open. And, you know, because my sleep is not so fast that I sleep and I don't listen anything, but the moment I heard this, that somebody is trying to open, I got up and began to listen what is happening. And then with courage, holding Baba's hand, what I did, I went to the door and I put the key from inside, you know, our key inside, so that the person will not be able to open, and then called somebody, you know. And it's a long story. There were many such stories, many such incidents which happened in the beginning, which could actually make me run away from there. But again, you know, Baba's promise, one step of your courage and 100 steps of my help, and that I have experienced a number of times. And the same happened during such situations also, that when Baba is with me, and not just God with me, but God in all relationships is with me, then there is nothing to fear. And so therefore, the song which came in my heart was, now you will listen.
ईश्वर अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है.
So God is with me. What is there to fear?
अपने साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है. सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे.
There is always victory for us. Our hand is in His hand.
साथ है, डरने की क्या बात है. सदा सफलता साथ हमारे, सदा सफलता साथ हमारे. हाथ में उसके हाथ है, ईश्वर अपने साथ है.
So a song to give us courage when things go wrong. Has anyone had that experience? Somebody trying to break into the house? Yeah?
They have such.
You have had experience. Who's had an experience like that? Somebody trying to break in and
Many must be having such experience. Yeah.
And what happens to your heartbeat and how you have to really keep calm with Baba's hand in your hand. And you know, on an island it could be tigers, it could be cheetahs, it could be Maya around the corner, ready to attack. And so, Baba inspires us to keep us close to him and never forget that he'll be there to protect us. And now my next question is, but what about if you get hungry? Did you ever have a moment when there wasn't enough to eat, or you weren't sure where the next meal would come from? I don't know what they eat in Russia, but on an island, you might just have some berries or leaves to eat. What would you do then? How do you become bodiless and forget your stomach?
Yes. So it's the same thing. Like now the situations are very different, but during those days, and because it was winter, heavy winter, I went there in December for the first time, and it was minus 25 there, and so during those days in '89, almost nothing was available. Nothing was available. No food was available there, and whatever was available was of like I won't prefer that quality, but whatever was available. But the thing is that the real wonder is when you have that attitude of selfless service, ever readiness, that wherever Baba you keep me, wherever you make me sit, wherever you send me, I am there, I am for service. And you believe or not, even at that time, I never experienced that I have nothing to eat. I used to get calls from Delhi that, what are you eating there? What are you doing? There are no fruits, no vegetables, nothing. So I said, everything is okay. There is no problem. Everything is fine. And really, and it did happen, and I didn't lose weight. I didn't become sick. Nothing like that happened. I was just, it's not that, probably Baba was taking care. Baba was feeding me.
So what did you eat?
Whatever was available. It was cabbage, potato, and carrot. That's all.
So one day cabbage, one day potato, one day carrot.
No, sometimes, when there was a call from Delhi, they used to ask me, what did you eat today? I said, cabbage and carrot. Okay, what did you eat yesterday? I said, carrot and cabbage. And so, and so it was like that. And we used to enjoy. And therefore, I think that, yes, food is important aspect of life. We talk of balanced food, we talk of healthy food, we talk of, and all these things, but at the same time, when you really dedicate yourself to Baba, whatever may happen, I am ever ready for your service, then Baba comes in between in the picture and takes care in all the ways and reminds us that who am I? And again, I was always in that state of joy. Who am I?
So if I come to visit you in Russia, then what would I get?
You will not get only cabbage, potato and carrot. You will get many other things also. Yeah. So the song which reminds us, I used to think of the days of the yajna when, at least in Russia, there was at that time cabbage, carrot, potato, but there was time in the yajna when there was almost nothing. If in the morning there was something to eat, but nobody knew what will they eat in the evening. Nobody knew. And they lived on berries, etc. They lived on berries. But there was that faith, strong faith, Yes. And that strong faith made all our dadas go along in this life.
There's that wonderful story, when they
Yeah.
didn't have money and Brahma Baba took them out to fill their tummies with berries. You want to share that with everyone? Some new people may know.
Yes, Baba didn't even make the children feel that there is nothing in the yajna. Only Baba and the sister, the cashier, who used to keep the money, and the Bandari sister. Only these three people knew that Bandara is empty, there is no money, and nothing to eat. But rest of the children didn't know at all that there is nothing. And in a very yukti-yukt, wise way, after the Murli class, Baba used to take them for a walk. Let's go for a walk. And they will go for a walk, and on the way, during those days, you can imagine there were not so many cars and buses, and everything was comparatively cleaner. And so they used to pluck berries from there. There were many berries. Even I remember when I began to come in 68, we used to go for walks and pluck so many kinds of berries from there and bring it with us to Madhuban and, share with others and so on. And so they used to eat berries and, felt that they are now full. They don't want to eat anything more. And so it used to happen like that. And whatever little, if at all, was available, but Baba will feed them first of all, and only then he will eat himself. Yeah.
So what song would you play when you're hungry?
So now I would like to play that Who Am I, irrespective of any situation, in which awareness I remain.
I am the jewel of the forehead who keeps twinkling and sparkling and smiling. I take light from God. And I spread light into this body as well. So it's a good little bit of reflection, I think, because Baba said recently that anything can happen anytime. And even though most of us have bandaras that are full, the centers are always stocked with food and water, but who knows when the day comes and something changes, and we may not have the food that we want. Mm-hmm. And so just keep a copy of that record with you, that CD, and remind yourself you're just a little soul and you don't need much food. And the CCP, the cabbage potato recipe will always work.
Yeah. And Baba many times says that happiness is the best food, best diet. And even if you have, lot of food and very good and everything, but you remain sad and depressed and disheartened and, nothing is going to help. Yeah. The most important thing is that we should always sing the songs of our fortune. How fortunate I am. How fortunate I am that I have found Baba, and Baba has made me belong to him, and Baba has given me the chance to serve so many souls. Baba has made me the member of such a beautiful international family. I'm very proud of that. And, really, Baba has opened our intellects. Baba has made us so wise, and so on and so on and on and on, He just remains so happy with such thoughts that little food is enough. Like deities, deities eat very little. Yeah.
Thank you, Sudha. So now my next question is very much to do with our doing. We say we are human beings and Brahmins are yogis. We need to do even less to feel happy. Yet, I think for many of us, service is the backbone of our life, isn't it? Service, Baba says, gives you a return of happiness. So, it's easy to say, sit and do Mansa Seva all day, but I can't. Does anyone here do Mansa Seva all day and nothing else? It's not really possible, is it? But now you imagine that you're on an island, you're deserted, nobody to teach, nothing to do. You've just got birds and animals and flies and insects around you. What would you do? And who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to serve anyway?
Yeah.
In Russia, you just got snow around you.
Uh-huh. No, but in Russia, the situation was a little different, at least during the mornings and evenings. During the day, there was all around only snow. But morning and evenings, people there, they were so, so much fond of, so much aspiring for Baba's knowledge. and probably their love for their thirst and love for Baba's knowledge, probably this was one of the reasons which kept me there. But at the same time, as I say that if I used to feel like alone, that not only I used to enjoy myself, but like the Mansa Seva, and I used to remember at that time, if now I can't serve at this moment with words because there is nobody in front of me, but at least I can serve with my feelings, with my thoughts, with my attitude. Because Baba has told us the responsibility he has given us is to transform the world. And transformation of the world includes the transformation of the elements of nature too, to make them Sato Pradhan. Not only the souls Sato Pradhan. And so this is why there is a beautiful song which says, live in this life while bringing benefit to everyone. And this is the art of living. Everyone, whosoever comes in front of you, maybe somebody, misbehaved with you or long ago, and that thought remains in your heart. And if now you are alone, nothing to do, just try to create positive feelings even for such a soul. Even for such a soul, maybe your positive feelings will help that soul to transform and realize where that soul was wrong. And maybe these positive feelings will help me to realize maybe somewhere I was wrong. Somewhere I was wrong and where I need to transform myself. So therefore, this feeling, this thought, this attitude of bringing benefit to all, because we are the children of the Father, who is the world benefactor. So the song.
Let's clap and see what happens.
जीवन के जीने की ये है कला, करते चलो सबका भला, जीवन के जीने की ये है कला, करते चलो.
So the song says, bring benefit to everyone. But Sudha Ben, sometimes when we don't have things to do, the thought comes, what is my place in this Brahmin life? What worth do I have? Self-respect can get affected. Because we sometimes we just tend to base our worth on how much we do. Maybe not exactly the word position and name and fame, but if I can't give physically, it feels a little bit like my life is empty. Have you ever felt like that, maybe I don't have people to cook for, I don't have people to teach, and self-respect can be a little bit, if I was in Delhi, I could be doing so much more, and here I am stuck in Moscow, on an island, wherever it might be, Is that feeling of being a little bit, not being used to your full capacity? Is there a secret in that as well in the drama? Sometimes we are left alone for some time.
Starting from my, dedicated life in Delhi, I remember, though I was quite busy in Delhi with Jagdish Bhai and I had to do many, many things, many different kinds of things. But there were moments when, so to say, there was nothing to do, so to say, like that, some hours a day or something. But for me, it has never happened like that, because I am fond of reading, for example. And if I will pick up any book and begin to read something, begin to prepare some talk, some lecture, something like that. If I am very tired, I may even pick up a newspaper and do something like that. So I always feel that whatever the time is given to me, whether I am alone or with everybody, it is for my benefit. Baba has told me the confluence age is the age of benefit. It is a beneficial confluence age. It is auspicious confluence age. And if my hand is in Baba's hand, that is, if I am following Baba's Srimad, then, there is no chance. There is no chance that some harm will be given to me. But I just have to understand and realize the value of that free moment which has been given to me, how to make use of that. And then, I remember once there was a class given by Jagdish Bhai probably. So this thought, as you say, that when the self-respect goes down and you begin to feel that you are of no use, you are not needed, nobody wants to make use of you, though you have so many talents, you have so many specialities, and people are not using you. Then Jagdish Bhai said once that on whose service you have dedicated yourself. To whom you have dedicated yourself? To God, to Shiv Baba. And you have told Shiv Baba, Baba, I am at your disposal. Now, at this moment, Baba wants to make use of you or does not want to make use of you. It's his decision. He has accepted you on the job, so to say. And if he is not making use of you, your salary is still fixed. You will get the salary. You do not have to do anything, but because he has taken you on the job, so you will get your salary. You will get it. And therefore you should not become disappointed that why Baba is not making use of you. So this is one thing he said. And second thing he said is that because we are Baba's instruments, the most important thing is that the instrument should be ready to be used. And it is Master's decision when to use this instrument. Like if we take physical instruments, hammer and this and that and so on, they are lying in the shelf. But it is not that I am using them all the time. When I need them, I use them. So Baba is my master and I am just the instrument. And whenever he wants to use me, in whatever way he wants to use me, he will decide.
So what you're saying is the salary is not dependent on how much I do, it's dependent on being available.
Being available. That is the most important thing.
It's a nice point, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that is most important. I am ready. I am ready for everything, for every situation. That is most important thing. Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes we compare even what we do. So-and-so does more or so-and-so does a different type of service. And then there could be the feeling, are they earning more than I am? Mm-hmm. So it's wonderful to know that the salary is fixed as long as you're surrendered, I guess, isn't it? Mm-hmm. To do whatever Baba wants.
Yeah.
Even if you're alone on an island just giving drishti to the birds.
Yes, giving drishti to the birds. That's all. Not if the birds are not taking drishti, but you go on giving the drishti. You visualize, the whole world in front of you. You may be, physically on an island, but mentally you can be, above the entire world and, giving sakash to the whole world, the whole globe. So it depends upon your inner stage, isn't it? Yeah. You can be among so many people, thousands of people, and there can be a very good entertainment program. But you still can feel lonely depending upon your attitude. And you may be alone, but you still can feel that you are not alone, you are not lonely. Yeah.
Wonderful. So Sudha Ben spent a few days alone on this island in the desert and just ate berries and drank water, felt very comfortable, very happy. The birds were happy, nature was happy.
Yeah.
And then finally Sudha Ben got rescued. So you got rescued, and of course, such a feeling of wonder that Baba always saves each child. So what last song would you play then?
So the song which comes to my mind is that Baba's, the soul wants to express gratitude to Baba for giving this life, for giving different opportunities to get different experiences, to make you rich in experiences by putting you in different situations, and at the same time, like keeping an eye on you, that everything is okay with you.
So even though the
Everything is okay
test
with you.
comes, but he's got his eye on you.
Yeah, because I tell you one example from my life. When I was little, one of the negative traits which I had at the time was fear. I was afraid of anything and everything in this world. And I was so scared of darkness that don't even ask. And once I remember, I was maybe 5-6 years old, and I had to, my mother told me to bring something from the first floor, and we were living on the second floor. And it was evening time, the light in the stairs was off, or the bulb fuse or whatever, it was dark. And I was afraid to go down. And my mother said, no, go, no problem, nothing will happen, go. And I will keep on calling you. And so I was, coming down every step, and she was calling, reached. So though she was standing on the second floor, but I was listening her voice and feeling her support at the same time. I was coming down every step and reached there. So this support from the back, allowed me to reach there, bring that thing, and brought it back again. And so this way, this subtle support of Baba as my mother and father all the time, that wherever I may be, it may be a test for me, but he's there at my back. He's taking care of me. He knows that nothing, no harm should be given to my child. So like that. So therefore the heart always sings the songs of gratitude. Thanks, not only wah, but also gratitude. The one who has given this life. So I would like that this song should be played, not just 2 lines, little more.
जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया
The one who gives me life, the one who gives me breath,
जीवन के दाता सांसों के स्वामी ये नैया की पतवार तुमको है अर्पण
I surrender the boat of my journey to you. The love of my life, my Baba. I surrender everything to you. We were yours, we are yours. We will always be yours. Whatever you say is what we will continue to do. From our heart, we say to you, the comforter of hearts, we surrender everything to you. We surrender everything to you, the love of our life. Really, it's such a song, that it invokes such a feeling, a deep feeling of what would I do without you, Baba? And there is really nobody else to help me here except for you. For those who understand Hindi, I think there's such a sweet feeling that comes when we hear how much love we have for Baba, but also how much love he has for us.
Yeah.
That feeling that he'll never let us go. So we've been really grateful to Sister Sudha for sharing her journey, whether stranded in Russia or stranded on an island in the middle of nowhere. And I think many Brahmins experience, being alone for some part of their journey and having to create this feeling of Baba being their one support, their one provider, their one comforter, their one protector. So Sudha Ben, you haven't sung for us as yet. Can everyone please clap loudly? You also said that you danced when you were younger.
No, you see that I used to sing, but I have not sung since a long, long, long time. But I would like that there is one, I was telling you that my spiritual journey also began with a song when our neighbor, one of the neighbor, she called me. She knew that I am fond of singing, and actually our whole family. And so she called me and said, just come and listen. There's a beautiful song being played on the radio. And the song was that, Kisi ne apna bana ke mujhko muskurana sikha diya. Yeah.
Somebody made me smile and made me belong to him.
Yeah. And so I heard that song and I liked it very much. And on this song, she began to explain to me the knowledge, And but during that time, I was preparing for my examination, and I was in school, and so I took leave from her quickly, but then this song got imprinted in my intellect, and after that. After the examination, when I began to go at the center with my younger sister, Kamlesh Ben, who is in Bombay, so, we didn't understand anything because we didn't do the course, nothing. We just went to the morning class straight away.
How old were you?
14, yeah. And so during those days, before the Murli half an hour meditation, the class used to begin at 5:30 in the morning. And from 5:30 to 6 meditation, and these gramophone records, this song, Hindi film songs were played. We didn't know how to meditate. We didn't know that we have to meditate. We just came because we liked it. That's all. And so what we used to do, both of us, we just used to write the songs, what the songs were being played, and coming back home, we used to just, share with each other what songs were being played. And we liked those songs so much, and gradually began to understand the depth behind those songs. And then the last song which I would like to be played is actually a message for all of us, that our life should be a life of bestower, and no matter what, but we should always be giving and giving. So I would sing the 2 lines of that song, and after that this song will be played. मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है।
Wonderful. We have to use this voice a lot more, don't we? A hidden voice, a hidden talent.
Yes.
So maybe what we can do is we can hear the full song, and
Yeah.
we'll ask Sudha Ben to give us drishti as we conclude the session. Thank you, Sudha Ben.
So thank
Om
you,
Shanti.
Sona Ben, very much for reminding me all these beautiful moments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
मधुबन खुशबू देता है, सागर सावन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है। चलता चल, प्यार दिलों को देता है, अश्कों को दामन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है। अपनी धड़कन देता है, जीना उसका जीना है, जो औरों को जीवन देता है, मधुबन खुशबू देता है।